Hey guys, here I am really quick just to let everybody know that today's my 5 months on T. Alright, so since I'm officially 5 months on T, I've noticed a few more changes. My mustache, I don't know if you can really see it, but it's a lot thicker. I'm starting to finally, I have like one hair here, like one long hair. I probably have about 5 of those. That's about it. Chest hair, still have the same amount that I first got when I first noticed, probably out 1 month. Hasn't gotten any thicker. I'm starting to get more hair like on my belly and stuff. My armpits, I don't really feel like showing that, but my armpits are a lot thicker. My leg hair. My arm hair is the same, but my leg hair is super thick. Yeah, my voice is a lot deeper. I'm starting to pass all the time. Like, no, I mean, to me, I don't feel very different. Like, but everyone's been telling me, like, yeah, you passed, and I'm just like, oh, okay, but yeah. So I don't know if anyone noticed, I didn't make a 4 month on T update video. By the time that I put out the 3.5 month video, it was my 4 months pretty much. And I think I was gonna put up a little something, but so today's Tuesday. So think back 2 weeks ago on Wednesday. So not last Wednesday, but the Wednesday before. I woke up. It was the worst thunderstorm I have ever experienced. I came downstairs. I had to go to work in, you know, an hour and a half, whatever. I came down. My mom's sitting at the counter looking extremely distraught. And she tells me, I have bad news. Your grandpa called last night, and your grandma had a stroke and fell in the bathroom and cracked her skull, whatever. And when she told me that, I was just like, I remember I just felt numb. Like, I care about my grandma a lot, but when she told me, like, I didn't feel really much. And I was in the kitchen or whatever talking to my mom about it, and then I went upstairs and I started thinking about it more, and it started sinking in. And my Uncle Bobby came over, and I was just starting to feel extremely depressed. And then I had to go and leave for work. I came downstairs. My mom and her brother were on the computer trying to book flights to go out to Arizona, because that's where my grandma and grandpa live. And I was just feeling super depressed. And then I texted my sister and I was like, I'm so sad. And she didn't even know, and she's like, me too, why are you sad? And I ended up calling her. I got to Sweet Bay and I ended up calling her in the parking lot before I had to go in and telling her what happened, and I just started crying, and that was the start of me, like, of it hitting me, you know. And I cried on the phone. I was like, I gotta go to work. I went in 5 minutes early, and I had to drop off like a request off slip. And I just remember like walking past customer service, I was crying a little bit, but they looked at me, they didn't notice too much. I went in Sue's office and started busting out crying, and I tried to pull myself together. I walked back out, walked over to the time clock, sat in the corner, cried some more, clocked in, and then I was like, I gotta tell my supervisor what happened so she knows if I'm a little off today. So I knocked on the manager's door, and she opened the door, and I was like, I tried to tell her, and I started crying, and she pulls me in, and I'm just crying hysterically, and she's being extremely understanding, you know, whatever. She said, take your time. There's a little window slot that goes through the manager's office to the customer service, and she opened it up to tell them that I was going to be in her office for a little while, and she referred to me as she, and then corrected herself and referred to me as he. And meanwhile, I'm just crying, paying, like, I mean, I heard it, but I wasn't, like, acknowledging it, but never heard anyone at work call me he or anything like that. And the fact that she corrected herself and said he, Tammy's really awesome. She's the store manager. But yeah, so my grandma right now, after that, you know, the next few days were awful. It was all I could think about. I was extremely depressed, and not to mention that was my last week of summer too, because I just started classes this past Monday. not yesterday, but the one before, and yeah, so I was just extremely depressed. And one day, it was like on Friday, no, it was Saturday, I think, it was Saturday, because I found out about my grandma. The accident with her happened on Tuesday night, so this is Saturday, the next, you know, few days later, Saturday, and, I'm sitting on the porch crying at my lowest point. Like, I was texting my friend, like, that was the worst I've ever felt in my life, was when I was sitting on the porch. I thought I was just gonna puke, because I felt like I had no control. Like, all I wanted to do was talk to my grandma and tell her how much I loved her, whatever. At my lowest point, and then my mom texts me and says, good news, and she's like, I'll call you later, and I was just like, good news, and then she texts and here, I saved the text. Hold on one second. Oh my god, the text got deleted. I'm so upset. Okay, but she wrote back and she's like, she responded, she woke up, you know. Anyway, where we are now, it's 2 weeks later. So my grandma is responsive. She can't speak, but she can nod her head and stuff, and it's really crushing me inside. All I want to do is see her. I've never had any experience with death before, so this is extremely hard for me. And I just want everyone to know that she needs everyone, like, any chance you get to make a wish, please wish for my grandma, because I want her to start speaking, start walking, and we're working on it now, so wish me luck. So I normally do my shot every 2 weeks on Sunday. I was supposed to do it this past Sunday, today's Tuesday. I ended up not being able to do it Sunday because I had too much homework and I couldn't drive over to my friend's house, and then I ended up forgetting that night. So then yesterday when I woke up, I realized I didn't do it yet. I still didn't want to have to drive across town to get my normal friend to do it for me. So I had no one to do it, and I ended up doing it myself because my mom was being annoying. So I did it myself yesterday. Everything went good as far as I know. I'm a little concerned that I might have done it too close to my knee versus the other way on my thigh, because I did it on my thigh. And when I took out the needle, a lot of testosterone came out of the hole. So I'm not sure, like, if I did it in the right spot or not. And hopefully it doesn't mess me up. But, I mean, I'm still alive, so everything went good as far as I know. So that's it for my 5-month on T update. Definitely keep checking in, and I'll catch up with you next time.